Well, it is the planetary phenomenon that, if you believe the hype, can send people a little loopy. Mercury being in retrograde happens a couple of times a year, but what does it actually mean?
Kylie, it's an incredibly good question. Helping you separate fact from fiction, it's one of our favourite astrophysicists, Dr. Matt Agnew. Welcome back. Nice to see you, mate.
Thank you.
It is the final retrograde of the year. Remind us sort of what it actually means.
So retrograde is a very real phenomenon, and it's when the planet looks like it's going in the reverse direction to what it usually does in the sky. So planets usually go in a particular direction with their path, and it looks like it reverses because it does. It's a visual phenomenon that we see due to the orbits of the planets and when they kind of cross paths, because things overtake one another in their orbits because they differ in length of time.
Right.
Kind of like the supernatural freeway. Nothing like that.
Yeah, you know what? Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Is there any scientific evidence that a planet's movements can actually affect people's behaviour?
There is no scientific evidence.
Right.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there's a lot of things where people lean into these sort of astrological phenomena, that the idea that celestial bodies can have this impact on us.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's things like lunatic, which comes from lunar, the moon, that people kind of act out when there's a full moon. Likewise, people think that's the case with when Mercury or other planets are in retrograde. So there is no evidence, but there's this sort of placebo where you start thinking and stressing about the fact that retrograde has this effect, and by virtue of thinking and stressing about that fact, you start thinking and stressing about that fact.
If you've been watching the show today, you'll know for sure that retrograde has a huge effect on Kylie. Now, last time we spoke, we were discussing that whole Australian lunar rover thing we're going to be sending to the moon. How'd they go with the name? Chosen the right name?
Went with rover, yeah. It's a very good name. I think it's quintessentially Aussie. It's got Roo in there. It's got a little bit of, you know, cheeky and irreverence in it.
Yeah. So it's a play on rover.
It's a play on rover with that Roo aspect
I like that.
injected. So no, I think it's a fitting choice for our first rover to the moon.
Yeah. I'm sorry Larry didn't get up.
No, Larry's its middle name, Kylie.
Rover Larry. Okay,
Rover
great.
Larry, that's
Are there any other big celestial events happening that we need to be on the lookout for before the year is out?
There are, yep.
Really?
So on Thursday, this Thursday, there's the Geminid meteor shower, and it is peak activity this Thursday. So if there's clear skies, get out overnight into a dark sky area if you can, so away from the lights of cities, and you'll be able to see the activity of the meteor shower, which is a really visually striking and beautiful phenomenon. On Thursday. That's when it peaks, but there will be on either side of that as well.
Okay.
And there'll be a near full moon on the 25th of December, so potentially the
Christmas
children can
night.
look up and they may see Santa cruising across the sky.
Plenty of people seeing things that aren't really there on Christmas. Now, you sent followers on Instagram into a bit of a frenzy yesterday, posting a photo of you with a big box, and the caption said, "It's time to commit." What do we need to know? What's going on?
Yes, look, no, very much I am making a commitment to security. I'm putting a ring on it, ring security. And around Christmas time, you do see ring security. So it's a smart security system. So it's a way to keep an eye on your valuables. And I've committed to this. It's a really important thing to me, making sure that your loved ones at home, so in my case, Pluto, but also your valuables. I've got some DSLR equipment for astrophotography, looking after those things and giving you the peace of mind to, you know, during Christmas, you've got travel plans, you've got festive season events.
So what is it? It's a doorbell you ring? What is it?
So it's several aspects to the smart security system. So you've got a doorbell, which gives you a visual camera to see who's delivering, who's at your door. You also have camera systems that can keep an eye on things at home and around your house. And all of it is accessible through your phone. So you get notifications through an app, so you can keep an eye on things wherever you are. When you're at the Christmas drinks event, you can keep an eye on things at home and make sure everything's safe and secure.
Okay.
Because you've actually been broken into yourself. It's not a great feeling,
it is not a great feeling at all. It's very invasive, it's very unsettling. So something like Ring, I've partnered with them because it gives you that peace of mind knowing that your things at home are safe and secure.
Yeah, good stuff. Hey, good to see you today. Merry Chrissy if we don't see you before that.
Absolutely, always a pleasure to be here in the flesh, and yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you, mate.